This is the real concrete jungle.
Where I'm from, yeah. I'm from a concrete jungle in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The concrete jungle.
Welcome to the Concrete Jungle Podcast, in-depth artist interviews, where we'll be diving a little deeper with some of your favorite artists from all around the world and introduce you to some dope people you never knew you needed to know. Shout out to Island City Media Group for bringing you the Concrete Jungle every Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. California Fresh Coast, West Coast time. Make sure y'all tap in, download that Dash Radio app. We are streaming live music 24/7. So check it out, y'all. Tonight, we are welcoming to the Concrete Jungle, yo, a social media influencer, yo, creating a serious buzz online, yo. The Stucco is definitely putting in some work, whether it's comedic skits or real life stories. One thing's for sure, we could definitely relate to his true life stories. Please welcome to the Concrete Jungle, the Stucco, Tongan Tupac up in the building, yo.
The Concrete Jungle.
What's going on, baby?
Everything's good, bro, man. Let's catch up with you, man. How you doing? How's everything going?
Everything is everything velvet right now for the most part. You know, I can't complain, man. One day at a time.
That's what's up. Can't complain when things are running smooth, you know.
And you know.
Now, I just want to say, you know, welcome. You know, you're a huge influence, bro. You know, online, and you know, a lot of the videos that we come across is kind of like unreal. Like, is this really happening? Is like, is this really like being aired from where it's at, or you got like a dope ass production behind you?
Yeah, you know, motherfuckers just try to make do with my time, you know. So, you know, just clowning. That's what you do to make your time go by. You just like to have fun, you know. Just try to keep out all the negative thoughts. Just try to do your time and stay positive. So most of the time, how I stay positive, I like to clown and, you know what I mean, just get on people every time they come around. But I just try to make that into something. And then I decided to throw it on social media to see how far to get. And it started getting a little noise. So I thought I might have been all right in it. So I took a little shot at trying to take a little further there. So, you know.
That's what's up. It seems like, because I know you used to be an artist, you know, previously.
Yeah.
Did that help kind of like taking that approach and creating content?
Oh, hell yeah. You know, that everything you go through in your past life is going to contribute to everything that you do today, you know. So back then, that was all what we felt like, you know. At one point in time, Young LB's older brother, Mother rest in peace, he was the one that actually decided to, you know, bring a group together to tell us, you know, I think we talented enough to actually do something with it. So we brought our minds together and started making music. And yeah, I think that it contributed to a lot because, you know, it helped you be vocal with stuff. So when we're vocally speaking, back then we was just rapping. People couldn't see you, so it was all right to do that. Nowadays, you got to perform. So it's either come naturally, it's either you have it or you don't. So, you know, I just take my swing or take a couple shots at it and see if I get somewhere with it, you know, either land or I miss, but as long as I tried, you know.
That's what's up. You know, you never could say what would have happened if you never took that shot.
Man,
so,
you feel me?
Yo, salute to that, man. You know, let's take it back, you know, a little bit to the beginning when you started out with that group, Ghetto and Gutter. So,
Ghetto and Gutter.
Yo, take us back to that time when that all began, and like you mentioned, you know, starting out with your young bros, you know, young LB, and seeing where he's at right now. And also, I know there was a contributing partner, Jay Boog, that went by the name
that's my brother.
Yeah. Take us back to that time and how you guys started out with the whole Ghetto and Gutter. What was the vibe when that happened?
All right, man. So we're gonna just go back like this. So all of us used to be, you know, we used to be chilling, you know, we homies. So we used to hang out and, you know, we have our parties. We used to have like freestyle sessions and we'd be smoking and everybody just be freestyling. You know, it's a good vibe. So, you know, everybody start going back and forth and you got those certain people that felt like it could be more than just freestyling. So that was me. Me and Jay Boog went to high school together. That's my brother, you know. So we used to smoke and he used to sing and we used to freestyle. So we used to be in the bathroom, him and my partner Donald, but we used to be in the bathroom in high school, freestyling, rapping, smoking. And Jay Boog used to sing, but back then he used to be Rasta. You know, he was going by Rasta at the time. Yeah, so but he was singing already at the time, but it was more like just because we was high. You know, when you high, you just in your head you sound, you know, you sound like this when you sound like that. You feel
everything sound good.
Everything sound good. So, you know, we decided to one day, young LB older brother had told us like, hey man, we should take this a little bit more seriously. You feel me? And bring it to the studio and see what we can get with it. So along the way of us making this music, it's me, It's Young LB. Young LB about 15 at the time. He just started rapping. You know, he was telling me he would go to school and come back, and he'd be like, "Big bro, I think I'm gonna try to rap." But I'm like, "You ain't never rapped before, so how can you just automatically say you're gonna rap?" Because out of the blue, he just like, "Man, I'm gonna rap." So the first verse I hear from him, I'm like, "Let me see what he do." So he like, "Man, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna get a little help." He was like doing a little studying. So he went to school, came back. He had this hot 16, and I'm like, he said some shit. He just said some shit right now, right? And I'm telling his brother, and the brother like, "What you think?" I think we should put him on. He need to be a part of this, you know. But it ended up working out because he ended up doing this thing, you know. And then LB's older brother had a song called "Ghetto Lovin'," right?
Yeah.
And he was singing on the hook at first on that song. He was rapping and singing, and then he came brought it to us like, "What y'all thinking?" I'm like, "It sound cool, but I think you need somebody else to sing that hook." And he go, "Who you got in mind?" I said, "My partner, J Bug or Jerry at the time." I'm like, "Man, he raw. I think if we bring him into the group, I think he'll blow this shit up." So he like, "All right, man, bring him to the studio then." So the next day I bring J Bug over there. I drop J Bug off, introduce them, they get to know each other, and I bounce. I go, I don't know where I leave to, but I come back and the song is done with J Bug on there. And I'm like, "That's him right there. You know, that's what it is." And he like, "Man, I like this dude." Like but he ended up blowing all the shit every time he opened his mouth, man. It was like magic, you know. He just knew something was gonna come out there. Everything he gonna make was gonna be fire. So that was the vibe back then. Was like it was more like a family vibe. Like it was like love, you know. Now the loyalty is a little differently. I don't know if loyalty nowadays means the same as it does to me, you know, because some people may be loyal to money, some people may be loyal to their family, some people are loyal to their hood, streets, all kinds of different shit, but their loyalty is different from ours. Back then, our loyalty was like love, like brothers, like family, you know, we do anything for each other, you know. So from that point on, we went on. It was me, my homeboy that was singer, C-Bear, Sanger Local. I don't know if you a lot of people follow him too. That's my big bro. Mello, which is Young LB's older brother. And about, I would say, I like somewhere in 07 or 8, in 09, he was killed back in the day, you know. Yeah, he was killed on some street gang shit. So he ended up dying. And LB's older brother before that, in 05, ended up dying. He ended up getting killed. So he got 2 older brothers that were killed to the streets, you know. So a lot of the stories that you hear and a lot of these people, we rap, we clown, it's a lot behind it, you know. So you know, so a lot of that contributed to how we act today, where we are at in our lives, you know. Well, our choices in the past is going to carry us into what we got going on right now. So the best thing we can do is learn from our mistakes and hope to, you know, to teach the next person how not to do what we did, you know. And if they still choose to go down a certain path, then I don't say I want to help them, but you want to like help them like get away. And not, I mean, in so many words, find the right way to do the wrong things, you know.
Yeah.
But that's not the point to try to help them do wrong. You want to always help each other do better. But at that time, that vibe was us helping each other, trying to get somewhere with an idea. You know, we all shared the same idea, and we felt like we could do something with it. But fortunately, I mean, some of us made it. As long as like 2 or 3 of us made it, we good. We made it. That means we all made it. You know.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't together, but it is together because of the bond that we built. We'll always be together. You know, nothing will ever change that.
Definitely. It seems like, you know what I mean, it's pretty deep rooted. It wasn't just like a studio partnership where y'all just collaborated. And I think that's what's the difference from back then and nowadays, is that a lot of the music groups or like the collaborations were like some of your homies or family or relatives that y'all grew up with. And whereas opposed to nowadays, it's just a bunch of niggas like meeting up in the studio, like, "Oh, what's your numbers at? Where's your numbers at?" And then let's make a track. You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to that loyalty. You know, where does that loyalty land? Like, where do you start? Like, if you start at point A and you end up at point B, some people just want to meet you at point B without going through A, you know? So I could work with you. Like, it's some people that'll probably do music with this person because he's influential. Like, I might not like this guy, but I know everybody else do, so I'm gonna do a song with him. But with me, if I don't like you, we're not gonna do no music together, champ. You know, that's out. You know, we're not finna do this. But you got people that they'll choose a certain artist to be on a track, or they'll be on somebody else's track, and they don't even like, you don't even listen to these artists, but you know that other people do. So you're like, well, let me get these followers up, or let me do me with this person so I can. They never have no relationship, you know. So they just go in the studio and be like, and match bars. That's all you're doing. Hey, what your shit look like? Your shit look like this? Oh man, we could put that on the track together, you know. Before, it's actually the songs is like I like it to be stories. There got to be something behind it,
Yeah.
Got to be something behind it.
That's what I grew up on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up with everything from like, the boom bap era all the way, to some like just really dope, hood shit. You know what I'm saying? But like something that just related, had a message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
So
I think that's where you come from, that era. That picture painting storytelling.
Man, I got that. When I was coming up, I used to be sitting. I got a Mexican partner. I call him. He's like my older brother. He's the first person that taught me how to. He the first person that taught me how to hustle, because I wasn't hustling. I was just being an idiot, I was just a gangbanger. And I was just thinking about what was right and what was wrong for a cause that was nothing. It was, it was crazy, but we was young growing up, But this dude, he used to just be bumping all kind of shit. And at the time, I only know certain people. I'm young, I'm from Long Beach, and I'm only listening to Snoop. Snoop is God to me still today, so that's all I'm listening to. So he like, man, put this CD in. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Too Short. I'm young, like, who the fuck is this dude? He like, man, he a pimp. He from Oakland, that dude, this and that. And I'm like, oh, you know what, man, I'm gonna start listening to him because he a pimp. I think I'm a pimp too, you feel me? So then he put me on the oldies, and I'm like, what we doing? Listen to this old ass shit. And he like, man, this is what the bitches love is this right here. So I'm like, yeah. So I started listening to oldies. So I'm listening to Satellites, Manhattans, you feel me? You feel me? Blue Magic, everything you can think of, we listening to all of that. And I'm like probably like 14, 15 at the time. But a lot of the music that I listen to with him is influenced the music that I listen to today,
No, that's real, man.
But at that time we used to be sitting around, we used to be rolling around, hitting licks, and we'd be listening to all kind of music. We'd be listening to all kind of crazy stuff. We'll just be flocking. We call it hitting licks. I think nowadays they call it flocking when you go out there and try to look for something wrong to get into, But this person was the one who molded me to listen to all the music. And that's why, Too Short is a storyteller. He gonna tell you how to undress a bitch, how to hit it. He gonna tell you what to do with her money, all that shit. So that's the type of shit that I like to listen to.
That's real shit. So you're from Long Beach, right, Dogo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. What side of Long Beach you from?
I'm from the north side, man,
Okay.
Where the grass is green.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Where the sun is shining. So
where the sun is shining.
If you could describe, brother, because I like that you were able to talk about like some dope hip hop stories where you taking us back and talking about how you and J Boog first came up. I think there's a lot of misconceptions of the Tocos and the Usos from down south, like we don't get along. Speak on it and like let's clear up some just confusion for people who might not know.
You gotta see the thing about it with LA, from where everybody is at in their respective business, right? There's politics, politics everywhere. You got politics in the Bay, you got politics in Sacramento, politics in Utah, politics in LA. Everything's different everywhere, So to understand the mentality of being in LA, you have to be from here. You can't be. There's a lot of people that like to take judgment from the outside and just say they hate them or they hate them based on what they are, and it's not even the case, It ain't got nothing to do with let me go over here and look for this Samoan dude, or let me go look for this Tonga dude. It's more for where they from, and then that's it. It's most of this shit is gangbanging, But ultimately it leads to certain people saying certain things, when in the heat of the moment, you're gonna say some crazy shit and you hear some crazy shit. Like ain't nothing crazier than the shit that you hear if you coming from right here, because it's a different vibe in LA, it's a little different where you gotta actually worry about your own doing something to you than anybody else. You feel me? That's scary. That's scary as hell. But you got to walk out your door. You might be at a liquor store or a mall with your family and kids. You might see somebody and you might be like, well, shit, I'm just here with my family. He might be like, hey, he might try to get me. Y'all could be on, y'all probably like, man, it's different because you could go anywhere else out your city, and you'll be fine. But if in your own city, you might see somebody else and it'll be a conflict. But that's scary to be like that. But what a lot of people do is they like to judge it from the outside when in reality, and I'm gonna speak from my experience for me, right? So for me growing up, it's never been racial. My homies, we never been like that. We got Samoans from my hood, I got little homies that's Samoan, but I got little brothers that's Samoan. It's Samoans from my gang, So I got family that's Samoan. Like it ain't never been no issue where it was us against them. It's been us against other gangs, Yeah. And these gangs just so happen to be Samoan or whatever else you call them, But it ain't nothing to where it's a racial thing. It's gang banging to the extreme. Like we do it different out here. Like this is not for everybody, It's a little dangerous out here, but it's the thing that you got to respect nowadays, that with the movements that they got going on, is you got a lot of people that like to disagree with, oh man, don't put that together, that's not gonna work. You feel me? Well, at least they trying. You feel me? You got people that actually want to see better and want to see the community do better, but everybody got to be on the same page. Everybody need to be on the same page for us to move forward. It can't just be 5 niggas that got a group and this 5 got a group and say, hey, you know what? We gonna do this. Let's make them do this. The streets govern the streets. Yep. The streets govern the streets. You don't speak for, if you're not from the streets, you're not gonna speak for the streets. You feel me? We're not gonna respect that. We're gonna hear you, but we're not listening. It's the difference with listening and hearing. I hear what you're talking about, but I'm not listening to what you're saying. You feel me?
Yep, I feel that.
So it's a thing with the way you gotta do things. You gotta, it's a community collective where you gotta like actually work with the people. You gotta have an open dialogue with everybody. That's the thing that I respect with Pimp from Fam Bam, right?
Yeah.
Pimp, that's one of my older brothers. He is from a gang that my gang don't get along with.
Okay.
And we didn't did shit to each other back in the days. You feel me? That on some gang shit. But now we've grown up, and I can let the past be the past with me and him. You feel me? Yeah. Me and him, we good. We like good people. That's my brother. You feel me? He's come a long way too. He'll tell you the same because he speaks from experience. It's never been no issue to where it's gonna be a conflict to that extreme. Because I don't speak for everybody. From my experience, I'm gonna say that. But when it comes to people trying to put a unit together, it takes everybody to be on the same page. It's more with interaction. That's why I try to be on social media a lot more. Most of my stories that I do when I talk about some real shit is for the kids. I want them to listen to what I got going on or what I'm trying to say, you know, because some of these kids will not listen to their own parents. They'll listen to somebody they look up to. And sometimes some kids might like what I say how I say things different from how their parents say it, you know. But your parents telling you, it's like they telling you when somebody else is trying to help you, you feel like they talking to you. So you want to be the type of person that feel like you got their best interest at heart. You can't say this is my best interest and you should pursue it too, because that's what you want to do. That's nobody else's dream. That's yours. It's on you. It's on the way you paint the picture for everybody to see that this dream could be worth a try. And that's the thing that I want to encourage some folks that don't agree with the movement to, at least if you don't like it, just respect what's going on. Just let you know what I mean. If it's not affecting you, then don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Let this happen over here and be over there. If you want to be over there, be over there. You can't be over here and be over there. Ain't no half step. It's just either all the way in or you all the way out. You feel me?
That's true. That's true. What is your advice for the young poly artists that are trying to balance out the street life and their career?
Man, move smart out there, you know. Some of these dudes are still in the trenches. Like you really got dudes that really be with the nonsense. Like these kids is they glorifying, you know, they side, and it's all a pissing contest. You know, I can piss further than you. It's all just a pissing contest. Like straight up, you know, I'm harder than you. You know, we bigger than y'all, or we better than y'all, or we didn't drop more y'all than us. But it's more of trying to glorify that through music. You know, but it's the way you're doing it. And you want to be careful because you see a lot of shit going on with other, you know, people get killed when you start talking about some crazy shit. And you just want to be careful of everything that they talk about. Just be careful what you say on your track, really. You know what I mean? Use your words wisely in the song. If it sound good, then just let it sound good. Don't just put some words together that's gonna hurt somebody else on some bullshit that could probably backfire and do something to you too, you know? So every time you on the track, just be copacetic with your shit, man. Don't say no bullshit, because there's a lot of music that got a lot of bullshit on it, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of motherfuckers dry snitching on themselves.
Dry snitching on themselves. They're talking about, they be the ones that be on their story, they be killing me. They be like, nigga, you don't feel me? I ain't finna do all that. I ain't gonna do all that, papa bitch. You feel me? Nah. And Soljah the gun, you see the serial numbers in the bitch and everything.
They give you the timestamp of when they did the whole crime and shit.
Yeah. What the hell? I don't know what the hell just happened right now.
Your screen froze.
Oh, yeah, you know ain't no reception in this motherfucker, man. We over here riding on E in this motherfucker. I'm talking about you moving like a robot right now. I don't even know what you look like right now. You like, my shit fucked up. I was just talking. I just like, oh shit, that shit gone, cuz that's a wrap.
Nah, I got you, man. Power of editing, man. I'm gonna chop it all up. We're gonna make this shit look good. You know, so I was asking you before the thing froze up. You know, from where you're at and where you can perceive, you know, the music and what it's sounding like. What do you think of the rap hip hop music right now that you're hearing?
I like it all, man. I love it all. I'm a fan of all the music that they got going on right now. I'm a fan of all the polys doing anything. I'm a fan of the people that already made it. I'm just a man. I love music, you know. I might not listen to all of it, but I love what y'all got going on, you know. But
Who you bumping right now? Like, who you banging?
I like Go Time right now. I listen to Go Time. A lot of history we built. Yeah, you got a couple people that makes noise. Cutthroat, of course, man. Deezy. Always listen to that. You got to listen to the real ones. A couple up and coming artists that making some noise right now too. That I like to listen to. It's Motu Crazy makes some noise. What's the boy man? C4. Oh my God. You feel me? Fat Boy. I listen to all. Like I'm a fan of all of these cats. Like real life. Listen to them. Cuddy Banks was my boy. I used to love that. That was my boy. I used to call him. We used to talk about a gang of shit. And he was a street dude. That's a real street dude. So I like when there's some gutter shit like that because they talking some real shit, you know. But all the music that's going on, man, I'm a fan of it all, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we lost Cuddy, you know, recently, and definitely, you know, rest in peace. And you know, we got to make sure that we're encouraging all the artists out there to just keep it circulating, like you said, keeping your nose clean out there, you know.
Your nose clean, man. Have fun with you, man. Have fun, man. Live your life and have fun. Stop worrying about other people and do your thing, man. You got a lot of people that are trying to do what the next man is doing. You ain't never gonna get to where he at, man. Get to where you at, man. Get right with yourself before you get right with anybody else. But keep doing your thing. Real.
So catch us up to where you're at right now, Oos. So how long you been down?
I've been down 16 years, man.
16.
2005. I've been down since I was 20. 36 now. Yeah, so shit, I got some time for this attempt. Gave me too much time for some bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm always gonna say that, you feel me? Because I didn't met people that did the same exact shit I did, and they probably did like 6-7 years. But when it comes to my situation, you know, everybody's situation is different, I guess, you know, but might have took me this long to actually learn. That's why I probably got this much time, you know. So I take it in stride, man. Even though I lost a lot along the way. I mean, along the way I lost a lot, you feel me? In 2015, I lost my mother, gang violence as well, you know. So that was gang violence as well. My mother was actually murdered. But that was throughout the course of my term. I didn't been everywhere. So I've been in like 7 different prisons. But throughout the times, it's been you don't never really understand the true punishment of your crime till somebody that you love the most dies. You feel me? So when I went through that, doing time was like it was like nothing to me because you know. When you're young, you're like, I'm with the nonsense. I'm gonna turn up, you know. So I was with everything that was presented in front of me. But when it came to that, I didn't know how to handle that, you know. So when you get the news, when you get on the phone, and the first thing you say, they're like, man, hold up, because you know I like to play around a lot. Every time I call my family, I'm like, hey, I say something funny, you know. So wife is like, oh, hold up, you know, don't she like, don't not right now. And I'm like, what's up? She's like, you know, your mama, she, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, hell no. And she's like, well, they treated it like a homicide, which it was afterwards, you know. But that day, I remember like it was yesterday. But of all the other days I've been, I forgot about. But that day I never forget because it was unbelievable, you know, just to actually hear that happen. You hear about that shit happening in the news about certain people's family members getting killed behind some gang shit or some dumb shit. But and when it actually happens to you, it hit different, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a different kind of pain. That a lot of the shit that I do today is because I know that if she was alive today, she'd be happy with what I was doing. She'd be a big fan for sure. But my mom, the fun side of me, like the entertaining side, that comes from her. You know, everything that I do, that's my mom. Like all the positive shit, all the staying positive, you know, in the negative situation, that's mom's right there. You know, so I got to convert that into something positive while I'm down. And man, luckily, just on May 1st, they passed this new policy reducing our time. Okay. You know, they passed this policy or this petition. They passed something that reduced our time from 85% to 60%, which means that they're gonna reevaluate. They're gonna reevaluate my time. And I should be out by this year, next year.
Oh, latest.
Nice. Yeah. So it's looking up.
God bless, brother. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people coming home, man. So I think this is a pretty positive thing that's been going on lately. You know what I'm saying? One of my uncles just came home. I ain't seen him since he was 17.
Is that right? I might have known him, man. If he been floating around here, I've been here too damn long, man. I'm trying to work on my belly roll right now. I'm working on my belly roll right now. If I come out there and be a stripper, you know what I'm saying?
You can either do that or come back and restart your rap career.
You know what I'm saying? I might be a rapper stripper. I'll be like the Tongan Cardi B.
Hey, you can start your OnlyFans from there.
I'm telling you, feel me? I'll take a couple side minis. Give me some side minis for this. You know?
That's crazy, man. Hey, could we look forward to some future music when you get out, Oos?
Shit, you might hear something before I get out. We already
Shit.
me, J Boog, and J Boog, and nobody know this too, man. You're the first one I told. Me, J Boog, and LB, we supposed to do something. You know, it just got to find the right time. Me, LB, J Boog, and Singer Low. Check him out. That's my brother. But we supposed to do something. It's just we got to find the right time to meet. You know, obviously everybody in different positions now, so we got to try to figure out a way to come together. You know, while we're not together. So that's what we got. We got in the works right now. We're trying to figure that out. As soon as we get that sorted out, man, we coming to you, man. We coming back.
No, that's definitely. I'm gonna stay plugged in for that, and I'm gonna make sure that we kind of like, build the whole buzz on that with everybody in the Concrete Jungle. Man. So that's gonna be dope, man. So besides the rapping, do you have your hand in the production side of any part of that?
Oh, you talking about with rapping?
With the beats, is it just rapping for you, or are you with the whole production, producing?
Oh no, man. You know that's they got certain people that their brains are, they actually is built for those type of stuff. I'm not one of them. I can rap like you want me to rap, man. I can rhyme me a few words or two, man. But when you talk about like putting something on the track, I actually tried to make this an instrumental on my own back in the day. I still remember Young LB was the one who actually put me on the spot because I had made it and it was hard. And he played it on loud for everybody to hear. And he was like, y'all hear this shit? And they're like, who the fuck is that? He was like, this nigga trash. So that's the last time I ever tried producing any type of instrumental to create that. That's not my strong suit. Not at all. That's what the rapping, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. Yo, so what really keeps you positive, man, when you in there, on those days where,
oh man,
things just kind of get stale. What keeps you running, Oos?
Man, you gotta be thankful for my wife and my son, man. They the main two that I gotta do all this for, because I gotta, my son is 16, about to be 16. He growing up,
Oh, nice.
So it's another thing to have a child, but it's a different thing to try to raise him, especially in this situation, So you gotta be a lot way more appreciative of the people that surround your kids, because they are the ones who are doing all the raising. So you can't sit here and be, like, oh man, I'm sad, but we put ourselves in this position, So you gotta just it's what this situation makes you become, how you want to be looked at from the kids' perspective. So I do all of this for my son. A lot of my entertainment stuff, a lot of the shit I talk about on my stories, on more positive, I always tell him, did you watch that? Did you check that out? And he like, yeah. And I'm like, I'll tell him, what did you get from that? And he like, I got X and X and Y, or this and this and that, So I'd be like, okay, did you watch this story? And he like, yeah. And I'm like, what did I say in there? And he like, you said this, but I'm teaching him through social media. So to me, it's more than just entertainment. It's like, it's a teaching mechanism. I stay in touch with my nieces, nephews, my family. It's just a way for me to keep in touch with them. Once upon a time, some people used to be upset that they see me on here so much on the streets, right? They'd be like, they used to be like, they used to catch me off guard. They'd be like, man, you always on here. You ain't got nothing to do. And I'd be like, bitch, I'm in prison. What the fuck I'm doing? The fuck you mad at?
Yeah. What you mad at?
That shit is annoying. And I tell them, I'm in a little ass box. You feel me? It's a little ass box. It's me and another grown ass man. You forcing two men to stay in this little ass restroom. You feel me? So man, it's crazy, man. Doing time, man. But, it is what it is.
No, I feel it, man. That's inspirational, Uso, because I got a 16 and a 15-year-old about to be 16 and 17. So, I salute you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And when I hear you saying that, man, you kind of gave me some goosebumps, on a parental level, because, Oos, these motherfucking kids don't want to listen sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See,
so you got to see that you're using this for a positive, connection with your son.
Yeah, I got to it's a lot of my nieces and nephews. A few of my nieces and nephews that don't have their fathers are not currently in their life. You know, it's a lot of kids that they daddies is in prison. They daddies is my homies. Then we all up in here. We got our own family up in here. You know,
Yeah.
so a lot of them watch me. You know, so I got to be careful of a lot of things that I say on there. Even though I clown a lot, it's they clown. I might do some real, but it's more for them to have an understanding where like, hey man, I'm trying to help y'all out because I didn't have this growing up. You know, I didn't have somebody that tried to help me. I never had that. I was always told what to do. So maybe certain people, when they talk to the kids, that's how they take it is, man, you telling me what to do. And nobody like to be told what to do. Not even kids. That's why they don't listen. You feel me?
Yeah.
But they don't know. They don't see, to them it's being told what to do. To you, I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to help you. You know, they don't look at it like that. So the best way to try to get at them is to talk their language. So they like to be entertained, or you might make them laugh and then you throw in some real shit. You know? Make a motherfucker laugh and hit him with some real shit. He comes, oh yeah, that nigga funny, but yeah, he was right though. You feel me?
He clowned the fuck out of me, but he was right. You know, I need to get my shit together. I think it's really dope that you're able to utilize this this platform to be able to connect with not just, you know, your son, but kind of like keeping that village alive. You know what I'm saying? Especially with, you know, some of the relatives or maybe the homies that's down also. So, man, you know, with this being said, you know, with the music coming out, it seems like you got more, you know, to offer than just music, brother. You know what I'm saying? I see some like motivational speaking, you know, in your future when you're coming through, you know. And is there anything else that you're looking forward to when you know you come up out them walls?
Man, it's so much I want to do that's crazy, man. It's a lot of shit that I actually want to do, but entertainment is one of them. That goes with that too, you know, with the motivational speaking. I do whatever I can to help, you know. That's my thing. That's I don't know why this shit cut out, man. My bad. You know, this shit running on E.
Oh, good. We'll grab you just for a couple minutes, and I'll let you rock. You were saying
good,
like
man.
things you're kind of looking forward to aside from the music when you get out.
I like the entertainment thing, man. I'd like to try my hand at all that. I got a cousin that do directing, and she's working on becoming one. So I'm already trying to work with her. I look forward to doing skits with my family, the kids, doing skits out there. I've been doing all my skits in the little ass cell, man, and it's not a good look, you know, because as the police, man, when they come and fuck with you for doing skits up in here, man, they come and let you know, hey, man, you funny, but you ain't supposed to be doing that up in here, champ. You know? They come and fuck my shit up. Then they ran up in this cell so many times over just dumb shit they see on the internet. You know, they're like, man, we like you. They'll say that. They be like, we like what you're doing, man, but you making us look bad. You feel me?
Hey, so like it's cool with them that this is online.
No, it's not cool with them. That's why they come harass me. So every time but I don't. I mean, this is what I've been doing. It don't bother me. I accept it. So every time I move somewhere, I tell a new homie, like, hey man, you know, the police usually don't like me for this reason, and they may come mess with me for this reason. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's cool. And then when we get ran up on a couple times, they're gonna be like, hey man, you know, I don't think, man, that's cool right there. Niggas start thinking twice, like, hey, you might want to, you know, stop doing that bullshit videos, man. You keep getting us fucked with up in here, you know. So I gotta move a little differently, move a little smarter, you know.
Hey man, I respect that, man. You know, I'll before you know the feed cuts out, man. I just want to say, man, I salute you, man. I really got a lot of respect for you, man, and especially after meeting you, man, and talking to you and getting your point of view on some things. I really respect you, man. I respect how you're doing this. If you could create a platform that accumulates 19,000 followers, come on now, what the fuck are you doing out here? Shit.
I got a business and everything, man. I got Thug Drip, man. I started a business from up in here. We sell all type.
I seen it.
Merch.
Okay, I seen it. Let's talk about that real quick before we let you go.
Yeah, man. I had to bring that up, man. I got to throw him out there one time, man. So pretty much started. We had, you know, the same shit. Like, as in any business, you feel like you have a product that's good enough to make money off of, so you push it. You know, I felt like I felt like this is something I could get paid off of, so I pursued it and it worked out. You know, so we got merch. Man, this is a whole lot of shit we got in the works right now. It's barely starting, man, but it's gonna be a fun way to build this shit up to get it to where it needs to be, you know. So this is the fun part, is the work, you know.
Man, you moving more solid than some of these rap niggas out here. Shit. That's what I'm saying, man. So it's Thug Drip, man. Where can we get it?
Man, you can just go to Thug Drip. You go tap in in the DM, man. You can, if you in LA, man, we'll pull up on you, deliver. Friday through Sunday, man. You just tap in and get your issue. We got the best Otai. It's like this is not even Otai. You like Otai? You drink Otai?
Man, I haven't had that since I was a youngin'. I got some Tongan family, you know, some in-laws, and they used to like give us just, you know, plates of food, and I never knew what the fuck it was and shit.
Yeah, look, but man, like, you need to, if you in the city, man, let me know where you at, and I have my people bring you some. But this, see, if you ain't tasted it in a long time, you're gonna automatically like it. That's if you taste anybody else, but you taste this one right here, you're gonna feel a blessing. This right here, Jesus teardrops. I'm telling you.
Oh shit, plug me up, brother.
Plug me up, brother. I'm telling you, gonna do something to you, man. You feel me?
No, I'm with it, man. So, hey, man, we got the thug drip, we got the Otai, man. Shit, Oos, man, I can't wait to shake your hand in person, brother, when you walk through them doors, man, and we sharing some Otai together, man. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna do that. I appreciate it, man. Make sure you bring a bag of chips, man. You know I fuck with the blue Doritos, the blue things. You feel me? Bring me a bag of them, and we good.
Hey, man, if it's coming from me, it's gonna be medicated or something. So
I'm with it. Let's go.
Man, brother,
you, man.
I appreciate you, man. Before we let you go, do you have any shout outs? Anybody that you want to go ahead and say what's up to?
Shout out to any and everybody who's trying to make it out the trenches. Shout out anybody who's trying to do better than their old self. Shout out to anybody who's trying to be in a different position tomorrow as opposed to today. And shout out to everybody who never gave up on anything. And shout out to the people that did give up and the people who had helped them get their ass back up. Shout out to y'all. So,
man.
Yeah. So it's all good, man.
You, brother. Shit, man. That's right, y'all. It is you, Uso Devotion with the Concrete Jungle. Chilling with our Toko, yo. Tongan Tupac up in the building, yo. Yo, Chief Rocker this week. Keep it locked. It's the Concrete Jungle. Blah, blah, blah.
What's up with my good people? It's your favorite Tongan Tupac on the Concrete Jungle with my boy Uso Devotion.
The Concrete Jungle. Concrete Jungle.